This is Pat Reacts. Today, I'm going to react to something a little bit uh, not so happy today. It's going to be a little sad story, but I believe everybody been following this story. I'm talking about Carmelo Anthony trial and the verdict that just happened. You know, um, this situation is sad because he's such a young guy. He has never been in trouble in his life, and the fact that he's in Texas and the jury was all Caucasian, I believe. I just believe there was no black jury. I can't say if they were all Caucasian, but there was no black jurors, I hear. All right, guys, let's get into it.
Explaining the rules. Our Lori Brown telling us that any outburst, a person will be held in contempt. So just kind of, letting them know what the rules are, just so that, they have rules in place and they want people to follow, those rules.
It says here, Lori is telling us, we, the jury, find the defendant guilty of murder. That is the verdict from the jurors, according to Lori Brown, who is in the courtroom.
Okay, we're hearing that first. Guilty of murder. We are finding that out.
And I think Russell Wilson, with the brevity of this deliberation, I don't think that's a surprise to many people.
Well, right. So, I mean, what we know is that, they've rejected the self-defense claim. They believed that the use of deadly force in response to the shove was excessive.
You hear that? They convicted him of murder. They believe it was excessive. They believe that he used deadly force. This guy never harmed a fly. Let's keep going.
And that's not necessarily a surprise based off of the totality of the circumstances. So I think, that was their verdict.
Now we'll see what happens with this jury in the punishment phase.
Right. So we're probably going to see a brief break, and the parties will get a chance to gather themselves, if you will, and the judge would have to decide if he wanted to go ahead and begin the punishment phase of the case, maybe in 15, 20 minutes or so, or if he wanted a break. Given that he's got the jurors sequestered, I think that they will get back started on testimony probably relatively quickly.
Let me ask you a question. You have a client who is a teenager who's a 3.8 GPA, has no bad record, has no juvenile history, has no engagement with law enforcement, has made this decision that has left him guilty of murder. How do you work in the punishment phase? What do you try to do to live?
I mean, I think you gotta first you want to console your client and the family briefly, but you're going to have to quickly turn to your anticipated punishment evidence, which is going to be the state again going first. You're going to hear more character information. It takes a while when you get an adverse verdict for the person to really accept and understand it. The state may be moving to have his bond held insufficient, meaning that if he walked in the courthouse today, that he won't be walking out.
Oh my God. Oh my God. So you guys hear that, right? Let me stop this, So yeah, you guys hear how, to me, I want to say it's like a railroaded type situation. I just feel like he's at a lose-lose simply because he's in Texas, he's black, he killed a white guy, all the jurors seems to be white or not black, no black jurors, should I say that, and they see how this is his first offense, right? He never been in trouble with the law. It's a hard pill to swallow. I think they'll come back and hopefully they let him out. You know what I'm saying? On bond, hopefully it's like no bond thing, and just sentence him to some crazy shit like 20, 30 years. And, I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, I really want you to let me know what you think. Go subscribe to the channel and peace.